And welcome everyone to the dark side of the room. How you guys doing out there? Thank you guys for waiting and showing up. I am here. Hi everybody, how's it going? I'm Solar Gray, the cinematic sorcerer. This is great. Like a couple of people were here and now they seem to be gone. But that's okay because I'm here, I'm broadcasting, I'm doing my job. And as always, how are you guys today? I am Solar Gray, the cinematic sorcerer, and I am here to welcome you to the dark side of the room. Now, this is a very, very interesting show that we're doing right now because this episode this week is, well, I didn't change stuff in the description just a little bit right now, so let me just fix that up because let's see here. Fix that up because we got some stuff to talk about. SDCC 2019. And I'm telling you, like right now, this stuff is, man, this is seriously a really big weekend. Okay, I am letting you know that right now because dude, SDCC 2019. Yep, those are my hashtags. Got all that stuff going. And all changes are saved up. There we go. That's better. Hopefully the hashtags will go out and all that stuff. So I'm a little late. It has been crazy, y'all. Crazy going on right now. And at the moment, I'm going to play myself out on that just a little bit. Or actually, I'm going to play myself out just a little bit over there because I want to welcome you guys to the dark side of the room. Again, I am your host, Solar Gray, the cinematic sorcerer, and I am here. We are doing the thing, and of course, before we go on, now that I've been doing this for like 3 minutes right now, hey, how's it going? Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate your presence, being here and all that stuff, but you got here just in time for the business part. So we are sitting up and we are going to do just a little bit of begging on all that stuff. And if you guys are watching or you're stuck in traffic, I totally understand. But if you guys are watching and you want to be part of the show because this is live, what is going on? What's up? It's good to see you guys. I'm going to get my hair straightened out in just a minute. But while I'm getting my hair straightened out, please just pull up your keyboard and head over to backinthedeck at gmail.com. That's BACKINTHEDECK at gmail.com. And make sure to hit that subscribe button, or as I like to say here, roll a critical hit. Hit that natural 20, make those dice explode all over that subscribe button, and then follow it up with a successful hit from the notification bell so that you guys know when we go live, when we post up stuff and all that jazz. Find us on the social medias like the Twitters and the Instagrams at Back in the Deck. Listen to our audio podcast where you guys can download and keep for free forever, because that's how we do it over here at soundcloud.com/BID_P. And of course, if you guys are on that wretched hive of scum and villainy known as Facebook, then join our group, Deckers on the Book. So, now that I've talked about all that jazz, and yep, got the hair all straight, that's a lot better. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about a giant event. Now, we have been super busy, and if you guys have noticed, and I'm sure you have because you're an observant bunch, we are broadcasting a little bit late today. We normally did this 5 hours ago, but dude, it has been like big scary, and I'll get into the why in a moment. But yeah, I got a letter from one of my Patreons going, "Hey, is there no show today?" And that Patreon, of course, was Shannon Boom Boom Alay. And again, thank you for your patronage over at patreon.com. Now let me just do a little thing here real quick. Yeah, because she hit me up asking if there is going to be a show today because she is in the high enough tier to do that over at patreon.com. Also, super special thanks to Mr. Paul Mansfield, who is my top patron. And this guy has been just amazing over the years. A really big supporter, and we appreciate that very much. I bet y'all thought I was gonna like forget to say anything, huh? Well, guess what? I'm not. But what made things so wacky? Well, I will tell you flat out. This weekend, stuff got weird. It got weird because of VidCon 2019. Now, I put this out there because that has come and gone. Its 10th birthday, and it was like they had pretty much of the everybody's on the YouTubes. And boy, it was wild. There were parties. The whole city of Anaheim was pretty much shut down, and I didn't get a ticket, but I had friends come in from out of town. I was giving them rides. A couple of people were staying at my house, and it was all cool. It was all cool because I thought I had another week. Another week before San Diego Comic-Con 2019. Now, when I say I thought I had another week, I thought it was next weekend. I seriously, sincerely thought that the Comic-Con was next weekend. I thought I had a whole week. I thought everything was going to be cool. I'm like sitting up going, all right, cool. I can totally just relax for a week, recover, get my finances together, and all that jazz. And I made all these appointments. And then somebody is like, so you're going to meet us at San Diego Comic-Con? Are you going to meet us on Wednesday at this place in San Diego? And I'm like, Wednesday? Sure, I could do San Diego, all that. So, wait a minute. Whatever do you mean? I thought San Diego Comic-Con was next weekend. And they're like, nope, it's Wednesday. And I'm like, what? So I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off. And I mean cut off. Okay, San Diego Comic-Con starts tomorrow. Okay, we are coming at you live on Tuesday, July 16th. And it starts tomorrow. Tomorrow. You still got 4-day passes that you guys can actually go. It is a long thing. Long. And there's 17 tickets left. So get on it if you guys are going to go. I managed to get my pass and all that stuff, but I've been running around doing laundry, gathering up the stuff to do my broadcasts over from San Diego Comic-Con, which means I gotta leave the Wizard's Tower, which is always weird for a little wizard. And I wanted to talk to you guys about these things because conventions are hard. Okay, conventions are hard. A lot of people go to conventions like WonderCon, Long Beach, Gen Con, New York Comic Con, all the conventions in Chicago and Delaware and Illinois and all these places that like your favorite YouTubers go, whether you're into comics or games or action figures or toys or video games, chances are the people that you guys see on this platform are going to be at some of these events, especially if these events are local. Okay, if it's local to them, oh, dude, they're going to be all the way there, like all the time. And since we are here in sunny Southern California, we got lots of people from YouTube and Twitch that if they're not going to be giving talks or panels or doing workshops, they're just going to go. They're just going to be there and all that stuff. And I've been doing conventions for, no joke, 28 years. Okay? When I was young, See, I told you we were going to get to another part of my story. Hey, all right, finally, I get to say what's up to the guys over in NP City. What's going on, NP City in the chat? We got Ganja sitting up going Decker Live. Yep, thanks for tuning in, man. Hardcore member of the Deck Mob right there. We're happy to have him aboard. So, when I was young, I grew up not too far from the Shrine Auditorium. Now, you guys don't know who that is, or what that is, because you guys are young. But long, 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 long ago, we're talking way back in the 1980s, they used to have the Oscars at the Shrine Auditorium, which is this hoity-toity fancy theater right by USC, University of Southern California. Hopefully you guys have heard of it. Lindsay Ellis kind of went there and got a degree from a place that grants degrees of higher learning. And every other Saturday, they would have a mini convention. And I would be going to that mini convention whenever I could hop on the bus and go out there because comic book stores were so rare. And this was only a 40-minute bus ride from my house in one direction. It was one bus. Okay, one bus. For you guys that have been watching this show for a while, you guys know one bus is a huge, huge, huge step down for me in difficulty because, again, 2 trains, 3 buses just to get to a game store, 3 trains, 4 buses to get to a comic store. So every couple of weeks I would be able to go down to the Shrine Con, and for like $5 I could get in and I could do stuff at the comic book convention, read back issues, just do all the stuff that a kid would do. And it was cool. I could go for a day. I could be like, yay, 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 look at all this stuff. Hey, look, I got some free stuff. Because, you go to a convention, people are going to be giving you stuff to say, look, buy my product. Buy my stuff. Buy my stuff. Which I should start giving you guys free stuff. Oh, actually, no, I already do. It's on the Patreon. Not going there. Yeah, hey, what's going on, Inferno Azul? Right. Stan Lee would show up to ShrineCon every once in a while, Oh, cute. Yeah, I know. They're not carting him out there now. But over those years, I have been to comic book conventions in San Diego, Long Beach, LA, Oregon, Nevada, just all over the place. And I am a middle-aged man. Okay, I want you guys to know that I'm in my 40s. I know I look decent for being in my 40s, but yeah, I am in my 40s, and I have been going out on these adventures since I was 10, around 1987, because way back then, you didn't really get a whole lot of parental supervision. If you want to know what it's like, watch Stranger Things. That was pretty much it. So I was able to hop on a bus, go to a convention, and way back then, before technology caught up, you would get like you and your teenage buddies, and the richest one would get a hotel room, and like all 15 of the friends would be like sleeping in the hotel room, sometimes in shifts, and staying in cars or catching a nap in the hotel room at like, 10, like from 10 to 1. Because they were at Denny's all night waiting for floor space to be available. And you would like pile into the car and take like a backpack full of stuff. And we're talking good times, okay? I actually had, looking back on it, a pretty decent adolescenthood when it came to stuff like this. Now, for those of you guys that are new to the show, I did not grow up in the best area, okay? My neighborhood burned to the ground in 1992. So that was kind of a big thing. Now, granted, we did it. We got our reasons. Not that kind of show, so we're not going to get into it. Just head back to the Riot episode of How We Roll, which will be changed to Dark Side of the Room. But yeah, and, we played outside a lot because, our parents were drunk most of the time. So it was go outside because I'm sick of looking at you. And so I took this to the most logical extreme because I figured if I stayed out past curfew, I was going to get in trouble. Or, as I used to constantly say, I was going to get my butt beat. So, if I'm going to get my butt beat for being 20 minutes late, the same way I'm going to get my butt beat for being a week late, then yeah, I'm gonna take the week and see what kind of adventure I could get into. And over this time, I did a lot of conventions, and a lot in Southern California. We're talking Burbank, Simi Valley, the San Fernando Valley, the San Gabriel Valley, Riverside County. I did some distance. I think it was by the time I was 20, my family was shocked. They were shocked, I tell you, shocked and appalled at how well I knew the interstate highway system in Southern California, because I didn't learn how to drive until I was 29. So how do I know these freeways, right? But I know them because I was always making sure to stay awake, because being a black dude around the time of Rodney King, going into all these white areas, the PTSD, the cultural PTSD that we had, put us in this hypervigilant state where we were always looking for a way out. Okay, we were always trying to get out. Like, if things go bad, what's my running route? You know, so I knew the freeway exits and all that stuff. And we had some fun bumming around hotels, kicking it in the lobby. There was one hotel that I was at a lot, and it had a piano in its lobby. So at around 1 or 2 in the morning, I would hit the lobby and just try to learn how to play the piano. I had the encyclopedia. I read. I knew where the notes were. And I was already a bass player at this point. So I'm like, well, I could play this, and these notes are relative to that. Never built the muscle memory, but yeah, it's a thing. By the way, roll your fingers across the keys. Don't punch. Roll. Anyway, so yeah, and every convention would be, you know, a lot of hotel parties, a lot of lobby interactions, and a lot of sleep deprivation. Shout out. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you've ever gone out of town with friends and you're under 40, you know, chances are you've piled into these hotel rooms. You know, sometimes you get the no-tell motel, Salt Lake City edition. Let's not, okay, Salt Lake City is a bad thing. How about the no-tell motel, the Prim edition? Yeah, that's better. No-tell motel, Prim, Nevada, or Prim, California. It's on the border. And there wasn't a whole lot of sleep. There was a bunch of FOMO, you know. Well, if I crash, they'll probably get into an adventure, and I don't want to deal with all that stuff. So a few years passed, and I ended up at the big one. Okay, the big one. This was the San Diego Comic Book Convention, and oh my God, I thought I knew what comic book conventions were, but I'd never actually been to a convention center until I went to San Diego. Okay, there is a big difference between a hotel convention, like, yeah, we're in hotels, yeah, look at us, we're having tournaments, we're playing cards, and a convention center. This is a giant building specifically built to host conventions. Okay, that is what it is. That is, it's like, yeah, guess what we do? We have conventions here. That's what we do. That is how we roll. That is what we're doing. So I went from crashing in hotels and all that stuff to navigating that. Okay, that thing is massive, and we're talking, this isn't even the whole thing, but from one end of the convention center all the way to the edge over here, yeah, there's still more, and there's a hotel at the end. Ugh, my God. So if you're going to San Diego Comic Cons, take your Fitbit and see what happens. All right, that's what I'm gonna say on that. Oh yeah, EDC. That was a real thing. Yeah, EDC. That's seriously sleep deprivation, loudness, and any excuse for people to get together and party. Man, they take it. And yeah, I was doing some hardcore stuff, at least as hardcore as a kid who doesn't drink and do drugs do. But, you know, firecrackers and comic books and all that jazz. But I will say, I lived in constant fear of the police, and I still do. It's a thing. It's real, but again, not that podcast. I'll be doing that one down from the docks. But when I hit San Diego, it was huge. Okay, huge, or Hugie, Huge, Hugie. Um, and I was just blown away. And when I hit that convention floor, it was like, because there were comics and toys everywhere. And I went as a gamer, and they had the Magic the Gathering booths. These were the people who had bought loads and loads and loads of Magic cards off the kiosks in the mall. Okay, this was before they were sold at like game stores, but here's a kiosk. Check out this game that some wacky mathematician made. And they were, selling cards and trading out their collections and playing games. And I'm like, oh my God, what have I walked into? And I thought it would be brighter. Interesting. Because a convention center is essentially like, um, yeah, it's pretty much an airplane hangar. I mean it's a great big warehouse, and they say build your convention, have your convention, now get out. Um, and now I live. I set up the Wizards Tower down the street from the Long Beach Convention Center, but this is the big one. This over the years, I've watched the convention change. And I quit the convention shortly before Obama was elected. Now, in the early 2000s, this was X-Men, the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So there was a lot of stuff going on. And I'd say by the time I was just hitting 19, that was when I became a professional in the field, and I started getting my professional badges, which allowed me into the professional lounge, which had the free food, and I could do that. That was a thing that really helped, because again, I'm doing these conventions and there's no money in my pocket. And if you've ever been to an event that's actually officially done, you will see a bottle of water cost $8. And as soon as they figure out a way to put a freaking change machine at the water fountain, I promise you they will. Until then, they just don't filter it, and it's tap water, and it'll be cold if you're lucky. But here's some things that if you're going to, if you're going to San Diego Comic-Con or any convention, if you're going to any serious convention, there are things that you really need to know. And, well, not know, but there are things that you are going to see, and these are sort of things to expect. And I mean that. This is a very cool thing. And by very cool thing, I mean it's a thing. So, yeah. But thing number one, you are going to see bunches of people complaining to high heaven about how it was better last year. I don't know what it is, but just like with fantasy novels, the best days were always the ones that you missed, because man, I'm telling you, last year, dude, this was awesome. Last year it was and now this one, oh, I don't know, that's just, it's a thing now. I mean, that was cool, but it's not as cool as last year. And on that one, I'm like, yeah, guess what? Shut up. Just shut up. It's cool now, and you're gonna miss now if you spend all of your time talking about how good it was in the days that no one else can go to, because no one else can go to it. You can't do it. You can't go into the past. That's not something that you can do. We don't have that. We don't have that technology. But if you've ever been to one of these things for your first time, you're going to hear bunches of people say, "It was better last time." And you can look at them and say STFU, or you can do what I've taken to doing in my older age and just shake your head and laugh. Just, okay, yeah, it was better last year, you know. Number two, you are going to see things as number two. You're going to see things that you did not know existed. Okay? Every single time I go to a convention, there is just so many new things. I'm not going to say new and amazing things, but definitely new things. I've seen cosplayers dress as Optimus Prime and transform into a truck. I've seen Transformers on stilts. I've seen a breakdancing Deadpool. A B-girl in, and I believe it's on, I believe it's in the archive at the YouTube. But yeah, I've seen a bunch of stuff like this. That was some awesome stuff. I've also seen a set of Sailor Scouts that were mean girls that played video games. I didn't know that that was a thing. I helped one of them fix their lightsaber, and they're like, "Oh, do you know?" And it was all cool. But I'm that neat old guy now, and I'm just going, "Yeah, well, hey, good luck finding somebody that you want to smash." Yeah. A couple of years ago, there was a thing that got started at San Diego Comic-Con called the IMD Boat, where IMDb gets together and they rent a boat and they have parties on the boat with stars and all that stuff. And I'm like, cool. Y'all know something we don't? Like, is somebody going to blow up this thing, or is there going to be like lightning or something? Why are you on a boat? I mean, I know the convention center is literally on the water. I get that. But why are y'all on a boat? I'm curious and a little disconcerted. But you're going to see stuff that you haven't seen before. Last year to Long Beach, I took my brother, who only knew about Marvel and DC. He only knew about the big two. And when he saw the other companies, he was pleasantly shocked. And he saw creators of so many makes and markets. So I introduced him to a lot of people of color that were creators from Latin America, from the hood, like I am, from a whole lot of places, So when it comes to seeing the things that you haven't seen before, some people go to conventions for just that. But you are going to see something that you haven't seen before. Anybody walking around with that back in the day mentality, yeah, I noticed you, with that back in the day mentality, going, "Oh, it was better last year. It was better last year. It was better last year." Just smile and shake your head, because you're going to see something that you haven't seen, and they'll see something that they haven't seen. But once they commit to that character of, "Well, I mean, it was better last year. You should have seen last year." And it's like, well, show me your Instagram. Oh, wait, I'm already following you, so I'll look at last year through those eyes. All right, thanks. Moving on. Thing number 3. You are going to see people drinking way too hard. Okay, I don't know what it is. It's like festival convention mentality. Doesn't matter if it's EDC, Burning Man, Coachella, San Diego Comic-Con, Long Beach Comic-Con, Burbank Comic-Con, Austin City Limits, South by Southwest, New York Comic-Con, Battle of the Bands. It doesn't matter. As soon as you get a whole bunch of people in the same place at the same time, unless it's a 12-step group, people are going to be drinking destructively. That is just what's going to happen. Get used to it, okay? I didn't mean for this to turn into a survival guide, but these are things that I've learned over the years where I'm just going, yeah, that's right. Turn them up. Turn them up. They going to get turned. Just turned. One of the things I've noticed, and I saw this at VidCon last weekend, there are breakdancers everywhere. Just everywhere. breakdancers everywhere, and then they get drunk, and I'm like, how are you doing the helicopter with a belly full of liquor? Okay, is this gonna turn into the sprinkler? Because I don't want to be there. I just I don't I don't want to be that guy, you know. And by the way, welcome to you guys that just tuned in. I appreciate you being here. Um, but yeah, and this is after 3 decades of doing these conventions. I've never seen people drink responsibly. I've never I've always seen something new, and I've never been able to escape people talking about how great it was 10 years ago. Don't be that guy. Um, but yeah, but people are going to be drinking irresponsibly. So mind your P's and Q's, guys, because that means there might be people that want to fight, and them's is fighting words, you know. There might be people like for realsies. There might be people that you wouldn't like. There might be people doing stuff that you don't want to be a part of. You just don't want to be there. Okay. They might want to fight. They might want to go wreck something because they already wrecked. Why not wreck everything around them? Yeah. Be wary of that. Um, and this is a really big one for me. Okay. The things that I see at the convention. 4. Unless it's adult con, like unless it's the AVN con, you gonna see kids. There are going to be kids. If you don't like kids, then do not go. Okay? It's like going to Disneyland or Disney World and going, "Why are there so many kids down here?" Blah 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 blah. Because comics, toys, games, cartoons, all right? Um, you know, that's what these conventions are about. It doesn't matter if it's San Diego, WonderCon, any of the conventions in the Midwest. If it's there for stuff that kids do, not that are specifically marketed for kids, mind you, but stuff that kids do, the things that they are interested in, kids are going to be there. You're going to see kids at E3. Sorry. You're going to see kids at San Diego. Sorry. You're going to see kids at Pasadena Comic Con. Sorry. You're going to see kids at South by Southwest. Sorry. If there's anything that kids would do that's having a blah 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 thing, then kids are going to show up. That's just, sorry. Accept that before you go. Because if you don't, you're going to be mad. You just going to be mad. All right? So, there are going to be kids there, which means kids, drunk people, I like grabbing popcorn, you know, and a push broom. Push broom is always good, so I can get the drunk people going, go away from the kids. Get away from the kids, you know. Yeah, this is a major thing. Now, I'm putting this one here because it does seem to be a major thing, and I have to give a shout out to my cosplayers out there, okay? Because this next point is a really big one, not just for me, but for a lot of people I know and respect, and a lot of folks that go out there doing magic, all right? And I'm gonna say this, okay? Number 5. There are going to be scantily clad people there wearing costumes of scantily clad comic book characters. Here's the thing. People wear these costumes because they want to get noticed. They want to take pictures. They want people to admire their craftsmanship, their talent, the way they look, and the fact that they won the genetic lottery. You know, some people have. Other people wear the costumes because they like to pretend to be their favorite characters. You know? That's what they do. This does not mean that they are here for you. Okay, they are not here for you to stare at. They're not here for you to gawk. They're not there. They're definitely not there for you to touch. You keep them hands to yourself or you'll be catching some from other guys like me. Know that. because these people work hard on their costumes, but that don't mean they don't know where you been. They don't know you. You ain't their significant other or their family members or anything. So, scantily clad costumes, hey, it's a thing, but that don't mean consent. And you're going to see a lot of people wearing next to nothing. And I don't care if it's at San Diego Comic Con or WonderCon or Burning Man or any of this stuff. You're going to see people walking around flaunting everything they got. And you know what? That's part of the experience. All right? Now, it's starting to become part of the experience that they get harassed, but we need to put that card back in the deck because they ain't here for you. Okay? They're not here for you. They're not here for me. They are here for themselves and maybe the people that they're with. They're doing skits. They're making costumes. They're trading tricks. There are some people out there, amazingly talented cosplayers, that I remember from a long time ago, that were working on getting hired into art departments. But yeah, and this is what they did. This is what they like, and they're good at what they do, But guess what? Again, I got news for you guys and Deckers. I'm sorry to say, it's kind of our job on this one. In this picture, you're seeing something important, okay? Real important. These are two beautiful women, okay? Sweet ones too. Catwoman is an amazing musician and composer. They are scantily clad women who have won the genetic lottery, and they're drinking. That don't mean that other people get a pass, okay? And you're gonna see that. You're gonna see it. It's a thing. These guys do amazing work, and they like to show off their work. And it's just good stuff all the way around, the stuff that they do, and they're good folks. They're good folks that do good work. And you want pictures, they'll take pictures with you all day. You want to touch? Nah, I recommend getting written consent form. And if you need one, then hire a lawyer. Prepaid law. I need a sponsorship and a lawyer. But yeah, I mean, that's real. That's real. So, it really comes down to that. Okay. And what number are we at? Oh yeah, that's right. We are at number 6, aren't we? Yeah, we are at number 6. The stuff that you're going to be seeing when you go to any of these things. All right, and this is a very important thing, but I cannot push enough. I cannot push the point enough that cosplayers are not there for you. They're not there for your judgments. If you go to backinthedeck.com, you will see my story, or part of my story, on the homepage. And I was a cosplayer for a little while. Not to mention, I had a wacky wardrobe. I miss dressing like one of the old members of Prince and the Revolution. But not just bad behavior, not just bad male behavior, just bad behavior. Bad behavior has no gender, regardless of who does it more. All right. So don't go up touching people's wigs. I'm a black dude with cool hair. Don't touch people's hair. Don't grope them. Don't do stuff like that. That's not cool. But back in the 90s, I was always trying to cosplay like as my favorite characters. And I got tired of being Black Captain America or Black Superman or Black Spider-Man. And this was before Miles Morales, so it was just Black Spider-Man. I got tired of being black. I just wanted to wear my damn costume. Yeah, don't be that guy. If you don't know what the costume is, ask them. I promise you cosplayers will talk to you about their costume. And some of them might be condescending, but we're talking like 11%, because no place is 100% cool. But yeah, and that's one of the big things where I'm like, dude, put it back in the deck. I'm just wearing an Iron Man costume. Yeah, today I'm dressed as Cloak because I love Cloak and Dagger. I do identify with the character of Cloak, just like I identify with the Martian Manhunter, but I ain't got the chest to play the Martian Manhunter in a way that I would want to play it. Okay, so I don't wear a Martian Manhunter costume. Not to mention the new one from the new 52. Dear Lord, that's a lot of motorcycle gear. But yeah, so these are things. And finally, number 6, because I'm not giving you the whole 7, then the spell would go off. Number 6, you are going to see famous people. Okay, there are lots of celebrities that are nerds just like us. We're talking from the likes of Deborah Ann Wall, Joe Manganiello, Seth Green, Seth Rogen, James Franco, Seth MacFarlane. They're either there to enjoy the convention or there to do a panel. Okay, if you're at any of these things, you're gonna see people that you've seen on TV. Never forget, these are people that are either doing their job and trying to relax, or they're honestly on the job at the moment. Say hi, tell them you're a fan, and then let them move along. Okay, you guys got a life, and we know how much the parts these people have played meant to you. Okay, I met Phil Lamar at Long Beach Comic Con about 4 years ago, and I was one of those like fans, not like, oh my god, you're so cool. Do you remember the time? I'm not that one. No, I was the 16-year-old girl. I'm like, and you went on to make black comic book characters normalized, and now I see kids running around like Static Shock, and it's all because of you. I remember you from Mad TV, and this is what you've done to the community. You gave us Static Shock. You made Jon Stewart awesome. And I'm like, okay, I'm becoming that guy. I'm going to let you go because I feel like I'm embarrassed myself, but just know I see your work, and it means the world to me and 1,000 little boys and little girls over there, And I felt like a dingus. I really did, because one, I'm about a foot taller than the man, so I'm this big old guy just looming over him, just I love your work so much, and you should have got shot in the face and won't finish it. I mean, it was just it was terrible. But yeah, so I mean, some celebrities, well, to start off, celebrities are people, and just like you talk to people, you talk to celebrities. But if people came to you on your job and be like, hey man, I love that paperwork you filled out the other day, the way your keystroke was, and what font was that you used while you were in the middle of typing a report, you'd kind of be a little if I was slinging coffee and somebody came up and did all that stuff, I'm like, could you, I appreciate that, but I'm trying not to burn myself, type of thing. So yeah, it's really one of those things, just like, oh my god, I love doing this, so those are the things, but this is 30 years of convention experience talking. Now, how do I do conventions now? Well, I will tell you this. I do not pile in hotel rooms anymore. I am done with that, because I know where I've been, and I wouldn't inflict that on most other people. There are a few things that I do now. I don't have nearly as much FOMO as I used to. When I go to a convention now, I tend to go with a reason. Why am I going here? Now it's all about here. It's all about BidP. I'm going to meet people, to get pictures of cosplayers, to give people's interviews, to show you guys out there, regardless of your race, religion, your race, religion, creed, gender identity, sexual orientation, disabilities, or if you're like me and you're broke, I want to show you the other people out there that are just like us. I just recently cleaned the hard drive, and I shouldn't have done that, but like I said, it's out there. Last year at San Diego Comic-Con, I met this wonderful lady playing Olenna Tyrell, the Queen of Thorns from Game of Thrones, and this woman was in a wheelchair. She was in a wheelchair, and she was yeah, she was in a wheelchair, and her I think it was her granddaughter or her daughter ended up like seriously ended up um making her costume out of yeah, she ended up making her costume out of a wheelchair, and it was amazing because this was an old lady. This was an old lady who couldn't walk around the convention as well as anyone else, and her family got together and made it so that she could be there. That's why I go. I go to meet those people. I go to have the conversations, and yeah, I go to try and do the business side to get more marketing so our word can get out there further and reach more people. I can't avoid that. I'm an adult. This is my industry. This is my business. So I kind of have to go for the trade side. But having a purpose when you're going to these conventions becomes really important as you get older, because I'm just too tired to just wander, you know? I don't like eating food at the convention because I don't like paying $85 for a bologna sandwich and 8 ounces of low-fat milk. That I let that go when I stopped eating in cafeterias a couple of years after college. Yes, a couple of years. But that is like one of the things. So know why you're going. Because I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going, which is San Diego. I will be on the road in about 12 hours. And guess how much sleep I ain't getting between now and then. And of course, I've got people out there I have to see. I have a few panels that I have to watch. And I got to take copious amounts of notes and hopefully meet some of the San Diego nerds of color, and I'm not just saying blurs because I ain't just here for black people, but the nerds of color and nerds in wheelchairs and nerds with palsy and the women out there who get tired of being gawked at. They just want to play some Magic the Gathering. Those are the people I'm out there to see. And of course the new games from independent creators. Why is this a part one? Oh wait, it's not a part one, but know that this video is a part one. Because we are going to be broadcasting a lot from the Comic-Con. A lot. Now, here is the sadness. Okay? Are you guys ready? Our sadness is we don't have 1,000 subscribers yet, so I cannot YouTube live. I can't do that. YouTube won't let me. It's part of the good old algorithm, and yeah, so we won't be doing that. Well, that didn't turn out smooth. Yeah, it's it's not part of the algorithm, so we won't be doing YouTube live. We're going to be doing a lot on the Instagram. We're going to be doing a lot on Twitch. We're going to have a couple of shows. And, of course, we're going to be uploading individual interviews and cool stuff that we see so that you guys out there that can't afford it, like be it because you can't afford a ticket to get into San Diego or you can't afford a plane ticket to fly to San Diego and all that stuff, I'm going to show you guys as much stuff as I can. So there's going to be a lot of uploading over the next 4 days. All right. So stay tuned. And, thank you guys for watching the show with me today or watching me do the show. This means so much that you guys are here, because I do this. Well, I do this for me, but I do this for reaching out, super, super ups to the chat over at MB City. Thanks, Zombie Devin, for coming on in. And Gary, if you're still out there, man, thank you. I got special thanks to Shannon Boom Boom Lay and, of course, Paul Mansfield on our Patreon. But it's about that time. And by that time, I mean it's about that time for you guys to pull up your keyboard because, I'm wrapping it up. But again, I check the emails at every single one of these shows. So if you guys send an email, I'll happily read it live. I'm cool with that. I got no problem reading the emails. But how can you send it? Well, that's easy. You just pull up your keyboard and type in backinthedeck@gmail.com. It's BACKINO. Wait. Boom. There we go. And one. There we are. Yeah, just head on up to backinthedeck@gmail.com. That's BACKINTHEDECK@gmail.com. Thank you for hitting us up on YouTube. Make sure to roll a critical hit on that subscribe button and another critical hit on how can I put it? On that notification bell. Now, please like us. Really, really like us. Like us, upvote us, share us, all that stuff. Help us make the channel grow so I can give you guys a whole bunch more stuff. Follow us on the social media at Back in the Deck. Follow us on Deckers on the Book, on that wretched hive of scum and villainy known as Facebook. And head over to soundcloud.com/BID_P, because that is where the audio from a lot of our stuff, as much as I can upload, as much as I can upload, gets up there, because /BID_P, I believe. Yes, Back in the Deck, free listening on SoundCloud. There we go. Just making sure we could pull that up there. Oh, no, wait, that's not us. God, I feel stupid. And Contagious. Here we are now. There we go. Back in the Deck. That's us. Look at us right over there. Oh God, it's so pretty. It's so pretty, with hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of all that free content. That's right, 100% free for you all the time. We got stuff going back 7-8 years, but with that, I'm gonna say do it, upload it, all that jazz, because we really appreciate it, and that's our gift to you for just showing up. Follow us on the social medias, do the Instagram thing, and of course, if you guys really want to help us out and help us keep these lights on, because our electricity bill is stupid. Thank you, honey. Hit us up over at soundcloud.com/BID_P. Let me just double check on Back in the Deck. Yeah, BID_P. And yeah, just hit us up over at patreon.com/BID_P, because honestly, this is the good stuff that we've been doing. And of course, again, I want to thank everybody for showing up, because this means a lot. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I am exhausted. So, hit us up on all that. And remember, if people follow us on twitch.tv/BID_P. That's where our other shows are. So thanks a lot, Vixen. And with that, I'm gonna say, if anybody tells you that you can't like what you like or have the hobbies you like because of the circumstances of your birth, be it race, religion, creed, gender, identity, sexual orientation, your disabilities, or your budget, you just tell them that we said to take those cards and put them back in the deck. This is Solar Gray saying, guess what? We will see you guys later on this weekend from the dark side of the room.